Hello and welcome to another BWhack review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Carson Hocevar's Zeigler Auto Group 50th Anniversary Chevy for 2025. As always, take a look at the box. Got your generic 2025 box, NASCAR Cup Series, Lionel Racing. Got to render the car right there. Carson Hocevar Spire Motorsports Standard Finish. 2025 NASCAR Cup Series. Made a total 624 of these things. NASCAR Cup Series, Standard Finish. Got the same stuff on the back of the box. Register your car at Lionel Garage. And you, of course, have your copyright and such on the bottom of the box. Here is the car itself. A beautiful metallic gold anniversary paint scheme. You know, the regular Zeigler car is just the kind of bright yellow and black and white. But this is definitely a really, really nice paint scheme. As you know, I am a sucker for metallic colors, and this one definitely has it. Zeigler's coming back for 2026, and their graphic for we're coming back next year had both the regular car and this car again. Are they running the anniversary paint scheme past the year it's the anniversary? I wouldn't mind it because it's a cool paint scheme, but that was just kind of odd. But Carson Hocevar came really close to winning in this paint scheme at Michigan before he ran out of fuel. Or did he blow a tire? It was either fuel or tire. Something happened to him at the very end of the race, and he lost. But it was one of the races that he was very close to winning. It's going to happen sooner or later. He keeps getting super close. He did kind of fall off for the second half of the year, though. The first half of the year, Hocevar and Spire were really close to winning multiple races. You had McDowell almost win Texas. Hocevar almost won 3 or 4 different races. But then the second half of the year, Spire was just barely even noticeable again for some reason. Not sure what changed, but you can see this nice, sparkly, metallic gold color. It is kind of funny that, I think this ran the same race as the Chase Elliott Napa Gold car. So you had, 2 different metallic gold anniversary cars, but one was a 50th anniversary and one's a 100th anniversary. Anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have Zeigler Auto Group 50th Anniversary. Got Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, 77, and Spire Motorsports. Down the side, you got Zeigler.com, got Nation's Guard and Delaware Life down there, as well as Respect on the side skirt. Got Chili's on the C post, and on the B post, you have Chevrolet, Garner, Group 1001, Nation's Guard, and Minor Dock Stores, and more. It's a weird looking Chevy logo. Does it usually have that black spot in the middle? Isn't it usually just the regular gold Chevy bow tie? That looks different to me for some reason. I don't know. Anyways, you got Carson Hocevar's name on the name rail. Typical contingencies and such up front. Got a big, solid, bright yellow fuel cell, or fuel port. It's funny how much, everyone's doing something different now that the American Ethanol thing ended. Well, except for RCR, who's still running the American Ethanol thing because they're sponsored by them. But it's just kind of funny that some of these are just big, solid, bright colors. This is where you put the fuels. Okay, fuel man, this is exactly where it goes. Make sure you don't miss this bright neon yellow spot. But I don't know. Anyways, got Chevrolet ZL1. Got hiring technicians at Zeigler.com/tech. Number 77, Safety Clean and Spire Motorsports. Got CyclePartsNation.com on the deck lid. Random. Got Gamebridge on the roof. This time does not need a whole black bar for some reason. It's kind of funny. So the Chili's car, the white and the blue of the Chili's car, you had to have a nice solid black bar there. You couldn't do the logo there, but metallic gold is all right. Whatever. And then you have one of the weird things they started this year, and we can have now front of the roof sponsors, which I think looks stupid. I'm sure you'll get used to it like we got used to the back of the roof sponsors, but at least that one sort of works. This one just, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that one. Or the fact that some people are putting sponsors on the A-post now, which looks really stupid, but whatever. Guess we got a sponsor every inch of the car now. So much closer to those window sponsors from Ricky Bobby. But anyways, let's take a look under the hood. Got Chevrolet, Cometic, and Wix filters under there. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. No deck lid. The roof flaps, of course, do open. And there's the inner side of the car if you want to see that. There's not a whole lot to talk about with a car like this. Just a cool special paint scheme that was sort of partially a primary for a little while. Like I said in the Chili's review, I'm not really sure exactly which sponsor counts as Hocevar's true primary, if it's this, Chili's, or Delaware Life, because he has them so much. It seems like every week one of them's running, so he has some other random sponsors too, like that casino sponsor and everything. But this is a really nice paint scheme. Like I said, I've always been a sucker for metallic cars, and metallic gold cars always do look quite nice. I was really hoping he was going to get his first win in this paint scheme, because I really hope whenever he does get his first win, it's in something fun. But it'll happen sooner or later, depending on how much longer he's at Spire, because I'm sure that a bunch of big teams are probably chomping at the bit to get him. But I'm sure some also, they want him for this talent, but they probably don't want him for all of his other shenanigans, so I don't know. But he's definitely fun to watch. He does he definitely does do some reckless things at times, but he's never really that bad. He's not he's just going out there and just destroying people for no reason. It was really funny that Suarez is now going to Spire for 2026, and then the fall Martinsville race, him and Suarez were fighting each other the entire race back and forth. And then even Michael McDowell, his other teammate, also wrecked Hocevar. Spire was going a little crazy at the fall Martinsville race last year. Some interesting ways to have teamwork there. Whatever. Anyways, if you want this card as a brand new release, you can get it right now. But much like the Chili's card, this one is also disappearing very quickly. By the time you see this video, it might already be too late if you haven't picked one up, because this is another one that basically day one was already going, over 100 and up to 150 and 200, and then more and more people start listing them because they think it's a gold mine, and then suddenly they're up in 500 and nobody's buying them, and that's been happening way too much lately. I said for some reason every single one of Hocevar's cars that have been produced is now rare. Not sure what that's happening, not sure if that's going to keep continuing, but like I said in my last video, he has 2 more coming that are still for pre-order right now, which is his Delaware Life and his Moto Casino from Daytona in the fall. So if you want Hocevar cars, you might want to pre-order those now before you miss out on them, if this is what Hocevar cars are going to do from now on. Remember, for whatever diecast needs, you can go to circlebdiecast.com. If you use the code BWhack, you can get $5 off shipping on any order over $30. So go do that if you want anything. But I think it's strange, all there is to say, this has been a review of Carson Hocevar's Zeigler Auto Group 50th Anniversary Chevy from 2025. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.